Connective tissues, by definition, sort of connect things, but not all connective tissues actually connect things. So, connective tissues can also serve as sort of like the trash bin of the other tissues. There's a large variety, they are widely variable in their appearance and their structure. Right, but there are some sort of common features that we see. Now, not all connective tissues have these features, but they are common amongst them. And so one of the things that we see is that there are fibers associated with this connective tissue. And there are a variety of different fiber types that we can see in the extracellular matrix of these connective tissue. There are collagen fibers, and collagen fibers tend to be thick and strong type of proteinaceous or protein fibers. There are reticular fibers, and reticular fibers are very unique because they tend to be branched like this. Okay, and there are elastic fibers, and elastic fibers are usually sort of like wavy like this. They contain the protein elastin, which gives elasticity, gives the ability for it to stretch and then recoil some. Right, so they all have sort of this fibrous extracellular matrix associated with them. There is a lot of extracellular matrix associated with connective tissue. Cells make up a small portion of the actual tissue where there's a lot of extracellular matrix associated with it. All connective tissue is derived from the same primordial germ layer, right? It is derived from mesoderm. So remember, there are three primary germ layers. There's ectoderm, mesoderm, endoderm. And so the connective tissue is all derived from mesoderm. And then there are various cell types that we talk about associated with connective tissue. There are what we call blasts. There are cytes, and there are clasts. And they differ based off of how these cells interact with the extracellular matrix. Okay, so your blasts create the extracellular matrix, your cytes maintain the extracellular matrix, and your clasts break down that extracellular matrix. So we can say, like, there are osteoblasts. And an osteoblast, so let's write that out, osteoblast has the prefix osteo, which refers to bone, and blast creates the extracellular matrix. So an osteoblast is a cell that creates the extracellular matrix. There can be like a, let's call it a chondrocyte. And a chondrocyte, prefix chondro, refers to cartilage. Cyte being a cell that maintains the extracellular matrix. Chondrocyte is a cell that maintains the extracellular matrix of cartilage. Okay, now when we look at our connective tissue, right, we can talk about different types of connective tissue. So when we look at connective tissue, there can be our connective tissue proper, and there are the irregular connective tissues. Okay, so this is sort of a rehash of that. Your connective tissue proper can be broken down into dense connective tissues and loose connective tissues. Okay, under dense, we have dense irregular, dense regular, and another one called elastic connective tissue. Under loose, you have areolar connective tissue. You have adipose tissue, and you have reticular connective tissue. Our irregular connective tissues, that's going to be our cartilage, and there are three types of cartilage. There is hyaline cartilage, fibrocartilage, and elastic cartilage. Then there's bone and blood. Okay? And we're going to talk about these in groupings. So we'll do connective tissue proper together, we'll do our cartilage together, we'll do a small video on bone and a small video on blood. Right? And so those are the different connective tissues in the body.